Hey everybody, it's Christopher Small, the Unconventional Attorney. Today, I want to talk to you about when the right time to hire for your law firm is. Before I get to that, though, I want to remind you I've got this little thing called the OMA Accelerator. It stands for Old School Business, Modern Day Marketing, Anti-Fragile Mindset. It's basically a coaching and training program that I put together. There's a bunch of other law firm owners already in there, and if you're not in it, you're missing out. It's $147 a month. To go and check that out, you can go to theunconventionalattorney.com/OMA1, the number one. Go check it out if you want to learn about it. If you want to go faster, if you want to do better, if you're struggling, if you're frustrated, let's work together. Okay? All right, so when is the right time to hire? This is something that I have been asked many, many times in the past. I'm actually in the process of hiring some people right now. So I thought I would talk about that. It's a question that kind of bugged me for a long time, slowed me down for a long time. I wasn't sure when the right time was. I was always looking for answers about how do I know when I have enough money to do this? How do I know when I should be doing this? And I'm going to give you my thoughts, my ideas, so that if you are thinking about hiring someone, or if you are wondering when the right time is, you'll have at least my experience, my thoughts, some of the things that I've learned from some other people. And there are really sort of two different scenarios for me when it comes to thinking about hiring people. Scenario number one is if you have no employees right now. So it's just you, you're cranking stuff out, you're probably feeling super busy, super overworked, and ready to get somebody on your team. Or you're nervous about it because you're not sure about whether or not you can afford it, you're not sure what they're going to do, all of these other things. The other scenario is you already have people on your team, now you're thinking about expanding. That's a scenario that I find myself in, and we'll talk about each of these and give some just quick and dirty frameworks that you can think about for what to do. So for me, when I had no one, it took me a long time before I hired my first attorney, or my first anybody. And my first hire was not an attorney. My first hire was like basically a legal assistant, or like a secretary, admin person. And I think I was on my own for like a year and a half before I pulled the trigger and hired somebody. I was very nervous. I was very reluctant. You know, there's some mindset issues there, some money issues there. But I can tell you, after I hired my first person, the business grew much faster. My life was much easier. And it was basically amazing having somebody to help me. So if you find yourself in this position where you're very overworked and you're very tired and you're doing a bunch of crap that you don't want to do, then you should really consider hiring someone. Now, when do you know the right time is? For me, what I've told people, a good barometer is if you have had steady business for like 3 months in a row, basically a quarter of steady business, then I think it's time to hire someone. What hiring someone is going to do is going to not just relieve the burden of you to do the stuff that you don't want to do, but it's also going to free your time up to go out there and get more clients. And whenever I hire someone, I don't think of it as an expense. I think of it as an investment in my own time. And I also think about these people in terms of how many new clients do I need to afford this new person. What you'll find is you don't need that many. You know, for often, depending on where you live and what the going rate is, only 1 or 2 additional new clients per month will pay for this new person that you bring on. And what you'll find is when a new person comes on, you have a bunch of free time, you're able to follow up more, you're able to get more signups, you're able to get more clients, and this new person more than pays for themselves when they sign up. So rule of thumb for me is if you've had a steady business for about 3 months, then I would go ahead and pull the trigger. If it's been 2 months and you're pretty confident, then I would do it at that time. Here's the other thing too. If you have cash, if for some reason you were just starting with a good sized bank account, you may want to try to hire somebody from the very beginning. One of the things that I did when I first started hiring somebody was I started them out part-time, and then I worked them up to full-time over a certain amount of time that we had discussed beforehand. I think it was like 3 months or something. You can do that. That way you're not expending as much money right at the top, and you get the help that you need. So it's like a win-win for everybody. Now, when you already have a team and you're thinking about hiring more people, for me, there's a couple of metrics that were involved. Metric number one is when your team tells you they are so busy that they need more help. This happened to me. Okay, my paralegal came to me and she said, "Hey, I'm way too busy. I'm overworked. I'm overflooded. I'm stressed. We need another person in here to do this." And that made perfect sense. So right now we have a legal assistant, we have a paralegal, and we have 2 attorneys. So one paralegal for 2 attorneys is, close to max. And if we're getting busier and busier, which we are, then she's getting busier and busier, so she's getting maxed out. So it's time to hire another team member. Okay, so that's the first thing. So I'm hiring a new paralegal, and the metric for that was basically come and tell me when you're so busy that we need to hire on another team member. The other metric that I'm using, because I'm hiring a new attorney as well, probably in this year or sometime, is when you want to have somebody come in and do some of the things that you don't want to do. So my first attorney that I hired did that. She took all the probate work off of my plate for my firm, so I don't do any probate work anymore. She does all the potential clients. She handles all the cases. She does all of it. I only sort of step in and help if I'm needed. And then step 2 for me for that will be to do the same thing for estate planning here in the future. Have another attorney come on that's well versed in estate planning, and have them sort of take over that role, so then I can step up and just focus on how do we grow this business, how do we make it better, how do we provide better service to our clients, how do we provide a better environment for our people, how do we help our team grow, how do we do all of those fun things. That's what I get to do after that. So the second reason why you want to hire somebody as you begin to grow a team is to replace yourself within your firm. This is one of the hardest things that I think attorneys do, because they think they are God's gift to the legal system most of the time, and they often are. They care more than the people they're going to hire. They're often more experienced than the people they're going to hire. But if you don't take the time to bring people into your team, teach them your philosophy, teach them your ways, and set them out there into the world to help you grow your business, then you're going to be stuck for a long time. All right, so that in a nutshell is how I decide when it's time to hire. It's a pretty simple formula. I think the thing to remember is if you hire somebody and it doesn't work out, or if you hire somebody and things get really slow, that's never a fun thing, but it's something that can be handled. It's something that can be handled. You can either let them go, put them on a furlough. If they're not a good fit, you just fire them. But there are solutions to this problem. So I think we often feel like when we hire somebody, we're taking someone on for a very, very long term. We're locking into something for a very, very long term. And though we might want it to be that way, in reality, if things turn, if business goes south, it's not. You're not locked in. Okay? All right, that is it. As always, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you know somebody needs to hear this, please share it with them. If you have a question or comment, let me know. If you want me to talk about something specific, let me know. And if you are a law firm owner and you're struggling, or you want to go faster and you've tried some things and they're not working, come and check out the Oma Accelerator. It's a program I put together. We have weekly coaching. It's a month-to-month deal, $147 a month. There's no pressure. I will push you hard. You will make strides. It will be amazing for you. Come and join us. You can check that out at theunconventionalattorney.com/OMA1. The number 1. All right, that is it. As always, I am Christopher Small. I am the Unconventional Attorney. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you again soon. See ya.